Alright, my project was on Zebulon Montgomery Pike. He was born January 5th, 1779 in Trent, New Jersey. His death was caused by the War of 1812. He was a male. His race was white. His sexual orientation was straight. And he was a military explorer. Zebulon Pike also was one of the first white men to explore the vast wilderness of Colorado. In 1806, Pike and his group were sent to explore the far west to find where Arkansas River began. In November of 1806, Pike spotted what he called a small blue cloud, which was actually Pike's Peak, which is where he got his name from, Pike. President Jefferson sent explorers Lewis and Clark to check out his recent purchase. They traveled all the way to the Pacific Northwest. Jefferson then sent Zebulon Pike to find the source of the Mississippi River. In 1806, he sent Pike with a company of soldiers to examine where the Arkansas and Red Rivers branched. It was the first expedition to actually map that the land would become the state of Colorado. Pike was to study the natural history, geography, and topography of the areas he visited. He was to collect rocks, potential samples, and when he reached Arkansas River, split his group up, and one group was to follow the river and another to find the source. He made numerous journal entries, the most famous follows. Saturday, 15th November, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought I could distinguish a mountain to our right, which appeared like a small blue cloud. Viewed it with my spyglasses, and was still more confirmed in my conjecture, yet only communicated it to Dr. Robinson, but in half an hour it appeared in full view before us. When our small party arrived on the hill, they, with one accord, gave 3 cheers to the Mexican mountain, courtesy of Colorado Historical Society. Unfortunately, Pike was never able to climb this peak, even though he tried on numerous occasions. So he gave up. He proceeded to travel around what is now St. Louis Valley during a cold and blustery winter. The U.S. owned the territory, but some areas were still under Spanish rule. This area is one of them. He was arrested by Spanish troops and sent to New Mexico and then on to Chihuahua in Mexico for questioning. In 1807, he was finally released and sent back to the United States. Pike was an explorer, didn't fare well. He failed to find the source of the Arkansas and Red Rivers. He had allowed himself to be captured by enemy soldiers. Pike died in the War of 1812 and was sent to the military center of Sackett's Harbor, New York, in the picture above. He earned the unfortunate nickname the Lost Pathfinder, but his explorations were not a complete failure. The Pike's Peak was named after his last name, Pike.